Welcome to Whispers of Pain, where every story whispers the truth behind silent tears. This is the story of Laura Bennett, a woman who lost everything and still found the strength to fight back. Her name was Laura Bennett. For 22 years, she was the perfect wife, loyal, patient, devoted. Her husband, Richard Bennett, was a successful real estate developer in New York City, admired by everyone except, perhaps, the woman who shared his home. They had it all: a townhouse in Manhattan, a summer home in the Hamptons, charity dinners, a flawless public image. But behind the doors of luxury, their marriage was crumbling. It began with silence, then late nights, then the scent of perfume that wasn't hers. When Laura finally asked him if there was someone else, Richard didn't deny it. He simply said, "You'll be fine without me." Their divorce became a public scandal. Lawyers, tabloids, whispers. Everyone wanted to see the perfect couple destroy each other. Richard fought ruthlessly. He hid money, twisted contracts, and used his power to make Laura look like the greedy one. All she wanted was their home, the house on East 74th Street, where their son grew up. But the court favored Richard. She received enough to survive, but not enough to rebuild her life. When it was over, she packed a few boxes and moved to a small apartment in Queens. For 2 years, she disappeared from the world. Then one cold November morning, Laura got a call. Richard was dead, a heart attack in his sleep. The man who once controlled everything was gone. Days later, a lawyer contacted her. "Mrs. Bennett," he said, "Richard left you half of the house. You're entitled to it." For a moment, Laura felt relief. Half of the home she loved, half of what she'd lost. Maybe this was her chance to close the past. But when she arrived at the lawyer's office, something felt wrong. Richard's brother, Michael, was already there. So was their family attorney, Mr. Donovan, smiling too politely. Michael handed her a folder. "We've handled the paperwork," he said. "You just need to sign." She flipped through the pages. Something didn't add up. The document wasn't confirming her share. It was taking it away. It was a waiver, disguised in legal language. She looked up. "I thought Richard left me half," she said quietly. Mr. Donovan adjusted his glasses. "There were revisions to the will, Mrs. Bennett. You'll be compensated financially." "Compensated?" she whispered. "With what?" "A small payment. Enough for your expenses." That's when she understood. They had rewritten everything. They were stealing from her, just like before. They thought she was too broken to fight back. But this time, they were wrong. Laura hired a young lawyer, Sarah Klein, fearless, sharp, and determined. Together, they began digging through every document, every signature, every lie. What they uncovered changed everything. 2 weeks before Richard's death, a new will had appeared. But the signature wasn't his. The witnesses weren't real. And the man who benefited most was Michael Bennett. The case went to court. No headlines this time, no cameras. Just a tired woman fighting for her truth. Michael's lawyer tried to destroy her reputation again. They called her manipulative, desperate, a widow chasing money she didn't deserve. But when Sarah presented the handwriting analysis and the false witness records, the courtroom went silent. Mr. Donovan looked down. He didn't say a word. He knew he was finished. When the verdict came, Laura sat frozen. The judge read the decision slowly. "The property at East 74th Street is hereby restored to Mrs. Laura Bennett. The court recognizes fraudulent interference in the execution of the will." It was over. She had won. Outside, snow was falling, quiet, gentle, cold. Laura stood on the courthouse steps, breathing in the winter air. Justice hadn't brought Richard back. It hadn't erased the betrayal or the loneliness, but it gave her something she thought she'd lost forever: dignity. That night, she went back to the house on 74th Street. The rooms were empty, echoing with memories. She stood by the window and whispered, "I'm home." Not because she wanted to live there again, but because she'd finally reclaimed what was hers.